Commander class has quickly become one of my favorite Transformers products. It's a great bridge between giant figure that is so big I don't know what to do with it, and leaders. Now what a Commander actually is kind of greatly depends on the figure. Some are leader scale but make up their price point with accessories, articulation, and more complex engineering, and others are just big action figures that make people question your sanity when they see them. And in honor of the fact that I bought not one but two of these guys this year, I have no financial sense. I wanted to rank them all worst to best. Except Magmatron. Sorry, I don't have him, and I do not have the dough to buy him just for one video, but I heard he's good. And of course, these rankings are just my opinion, but if you don't agree with me, that will make me a little cross, a little testy. Studio Series 86 Long Haul and Hook. What is there to say about these two that hasn't already been said? Voyagers being sold at Commander price point. And yes, before you comment, I know these guys are compromised for the sake of Big Green, okay? I know. Delete your comment right now. But I am looking at these guys as an individual product. And as an individual product, you get a torso, not the full Devastator. Now, Hook and Long Haul themselves are not bad figures in the slightest. As a matter of fact, I think they're really fun to handle and transform and look pretty good on a shelf. But looking at these two boobs as commanders, they are just not up to snuff. I mean, they don't even have waists. They're just Voyagers. As two parts of a whole, they're not terrible at all. But standing on their own two legs, they miserably fall, although they are actually pretty stable, ironically. Legacy Motormaster is another commander that suffers from most of the budget going to his combined form, Menasor. Although I will give this guy points over the 86 Constructicon duo because he can actually form a fully giant robot on his own, even if it looks like a skeleton. Who's ready for Halloween?
So suck your dick!
But forget Menasor, how is Motormaster himself? My opinion of this guy kind of changes on a regular basis, but right now, I'm not super feeling him. I think the head sculpt and colors are great, and that chest means business. I mean, holy, look at those lats, dude. What I don't really jive with is his proportions, though. Like, the legs are just way too long. It does give him a nice height compared to other figures, but I mean, sheesh, this guy is a daddy long legs, which is not actually a spider, in case you didn't know. Also, the big bully just feels kind of iffy. Like, these legs could be a lot more solid. They're just kind of limp, floppy, like my dad. I'm also kind of mixed on this sword. On Motormaster, it looks sick, but on Menasor, it's just like pitiful. At least he has this big gun. The transformation is fine, not my favorite, and doesn't feature any like crazy good engineering, but it does lead to a very good looking truck mode. I mean, just look at this monster. I mean, especially with this big heavy trailer, man, this just looks perfect and is probably the best part of this whole package. This guy also features a waist, something the greens were lacking, so that automatically makes him better. Don't care, still don't care. Again, most of the issues I have with this guy are due to him having to share a budget with an incomplete combiner, but I think as a figure, this guy is still much better than 86 Long Haul and Hook. Also worth mentioning, this guy is a reprint with toy accurate colors, but I don't own that because I have this. Age of the Prime Silverbolt. This video originally started out as a review for the Aerialbot Commander, but I figured I would talk more in depth about him when I get all the Aerialbots and make a full Superion review. Again, good chunk of this guy's budget went to Superion, and Silverbolt himself is more of a leader class figure, but I will say he's a pretty damn good one. For the most part, Silverbolt looks really good, super cartoon accurate, and lots of mechanical detail and paneling, and oh, that head sculpt is good. Makes me want to drink hot dog water. I think the only thing objectively ugly here is the back. Like, it is disgusting, and I wish it could have been condensed more. And personally, I'm not really a big fan of the gray he's mainly composed of. Now, yes, it is cartoon accurate, but I think a pure white just looks so much better. Don't take that the wrong way. I just think the white looks much better on old Silverbolt and just helps him jive more with the other Aerialbots. Again, though, this really isn't an issue, just a personal nitpick. But what really edges Silverbolt over Motormaster, in my opinion, is just how he handles. Everything here is so tight and just feels so smooth to pose and play with. I really would have liked to have seen some wrists or even like just some wrist flaps here, but what are you gonna do? Not buy the figure? I'd say it's a little too late for that. The transformation feels nice and the jet does look good, if you don't pan down, that is. Yeah, that's pretty ugly and really breaks the illusion, and unfortunately seems to be consistent with most Transformer jet modes. You of course also have the skeleton of Superion, but that's for another day. While this guy on his own may not be a true commander, as a figure he feels much superior to Menasor. I do like him, but I can't really rank him higher just because his full potential isn't unleashed unless you buy all of his buddies. Earthrise Sky Lynx was the second commander figure of all time and is honestly pretty darn good. I sound like a hick. Hey there, figure, pretty darn good there, bud. Sky Lynx as a concept is absolutely bonkers and does not fit in with like any other G1 Transformer. I mean, he's just a huge dragon, chimera. I don't know what the this guy is, but I'm here for it. He is massive. That's what she said. That's what she said. Yeah, okay, shut up. You're not funny. Anyways, he's massive, and I think that is half the fun of this guy. He's just a big creature that your little mandibles can titillate. I've been told not to suck on or lick any more figures, so I'm not gonna use my mandibles on this guy. And for the most part, this behemoth feels great to handle. You have all these nice tight ratchets in that neck. Oh, gooseneck, gooseneck. Give me the slack. But unfortunately, the dreaded Earthrise QC has struck here. These wings are pretty loose. Fly away, little wings. Go get tighter somewhere. But luckily, that's the only major QC issue I've ever had with him. Now, Sky Lynx's main gimmick is that he can break apart into a lion and a bird type thing. I don't like that thing. It makes me really uncomfortable. Stop staring at me. Ugh. I really dig the lion, though. It looks like a Power Ranger thing, mostly because of this big golden lion head, I think. The bird's fine. When I can get it to stand up, that is. It's still creepy though. You get a few alt modes here too. The lion can turn into a slab. Okay. The superior mode here is the base mode, and the bird can of course turn into a very, very good looking and NASA licensed spaceship. I think Sky Lynx's biggest pro is just his playability. He's just fun and unique. If I had gotten this guy as a kid, I would have frothed at the mouth like a rabid squirrel. I also probably would have smashed him to pieces. Kingdom Rodimus is a very funny figure. I feel like when he came out, everybody was still under the impression that a commander had to be a big, huge, hulking piece of plastic. And then Roddy came out and he was not that, and people were like, I don't want this. I don't know why I keep doing that voice, it sucks. Hell, I was still under the influence of this way of thinking, and I didn't pick this guy up till he was on clearance, but I am so glad that I did, because this guy, he has the touch. He's got the good touch. Touch me. Rodimus's price point is made up of 3 things. Great articulation, like this guy is so sodding good to handle. He even has little fingers. Engineering, which is much more complex than your average leader. Like Rhodey has no kibble to speak of and looks perfect from all sides. And lastly, and most boring, the trailer. While this thing is kind of neat, I can completely understand not wanting to pay commander price for this guy when a big hunk of plastic made up 1/3 of the price. But enough about that stupid thing. Rodimus is the main draw here, not the stupid trailer. Get lost. Look-wise is also, I think, where Roddy lost some people. If you're looking for a super duper 86 screen accurate prime pseudo, hey, killer, wait for the inevitable 86 repaint. You fool. You're missing out on a good figure, fool. The fool. While Kingdom Rodimus does look good next to other 86 figures, I think he looks much more at home nestled between the warm bosoms. Oh, bosoms! Why do I keep saying bosoms? God damn it! Bosoms! Bosoms! Bosoms. Bosoms? Oh, bosoms. Whatever, he looks good next to the other War for Cybertron buddies. I will admit though, I am not a huge fan of this head sculpt. I think it's a little too old manish for my tastes. And if there is one thing we do not like on this channel, it is the elderly. If there was an old person here right now, why I oughta. The transformation on this guy can be a little finicky, but it's pretty fun when you get the hang of it. And this car mode looks so slick, with or without the trailer. Overall, I think that's what it comes down to with this guy, is that he's just a really, 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 really good figure, so well engineered. He feels so fun to fiddle and diddle with, and while it's debatable if he is really truly worth the full commander price, I think it's very clear this guy is leagues ahead of any leader class figure in terms of quality and feel. The only reason he's not higher is honestly just the head sculpt and deco, which doesn't quite tickle my nostalgia like some other figures later on this list. Siege Jetfire, the original commander. I love this guy, and I said so in my review. I know some people don't love this guy because his whole thing is that he's literally just a big guy. He's just big, but that's what I love about him. That's always been G1 Jetfire's thing. Big guy who flies. This guy just has a presence to him that a lot of these other commanders kind of lack. Sorry, Rodimus, even you don't have this much mass and sass. I just love how weighty this guy feels, and he towers over other figures. And as a depiction of Jetfire, I don't think you can get much better than this. Yeah, the masterpiece is more cartoon accurate, but I don't care. For my money, this guy looks much better. He also has a lot of just play value to him. You have the swapping symbols and all these accessories, which are just kind of half-hearted attempts to make him look more toy accurate. But again, if I was a kid, drooling. There used to be this like Power Rangers toy commercial on one of my VHS tapes when I was a kid, and like this happened in it. And this chest plate reminds me of that, and I always wanted that as a kid, so I can't help but like it. The transformation is super simple, and the alt mode is, it's a little fugly. But little guys can hang off him, so shut up. Look, you can make a pretty good argument that Rodimus or even Sky Lynx is a better commander here, but me personally, I prefer this gargantuan troop carrier. But it's my list and I can put Jetfire wherever I want, so shut your hole. Again, also worth mentioning, this guy has some recolors I don't own. There was a Shattered Glass one and like some Comic-Con one, I don't know. 86 Ultra Magnus was the first Studio Series commander, and wow, what a bar to set. This guy is a big lad, maybe even too big in all honesty. I'm not really sure that this scale is right, but his size does not take away from his enjoyment for me. Hell, it actually adds to it. This guy is imposing. I would not want to be a Decepticon right about now. I would be just pissing and farting all over the place. Aesthetically, I think this will be the best G1 Magnus we ever get. It looks like he hopped right out of the TV into my gamey little paws. Literally the only issue I have with this guy is his shoulders. I don't like that I can stick my finger in here. You do not want to know where my finger has been. But if that's the only complaint I have, I would say we're doing pretty good here. Magnus also gets some, interesting play features, like you can rip off his limbs to recreate his death. Who would ever use this? The much better feature is the spring-loaded chest. It's just so much fun and tickles my little nostalgia bones. Ooh. But you know what the best play feature here is? The fact that old Magnum Dong is sweet as candy to handle and articulate, and even has little dirty fingers that you can get into all sorts of shenanigans with. This guy's also just well engineered. Like looking at him, you would never think he turns into this supple truck mode. Does that make sense? Supple? I don't think so. The transformation feels great, and the truck is pretty perfect. Like I really don't have any complaints here. Oh, you have a complaint? Write it down on a little note and show it to me after class, because I don't want to hear about it right now. I don't have time for this right now. What the f does he say? I don't know. To me, Magnus is a perfect combo of big commander and smaller, well-engineered commander. I love him. 86 Optimus Prime is easily the most popular commander figure to ever be released. I mean, it's Optimus Prime. He's always gonna come out on top. And like Ultra Magnus, when I got this guy in my mitts, I thought to myself, I will never need another mainline G1 Prime again. Aesthetically, perfection. Almost. The colors and proportions and vibe of this guy are just, oh, perfect. I feel like I yanked him out of the screen, plopped him on my desk, and then plopped him in a jar. The one and only issue aesthetically is the back. I wouldn't say it's like super ugly, but it's really not my favorite. It's still somehow better than this though. And feel-wise, Optimus has the touch. I already said that about Rodimus. He has such a heft to him in the articulation. Oh, it's good. I love manipulating his little itty-bitty robotic limbs. And what would an expensive Optimus Prime toy be without his accessories that I don't care all that much about? Sorry to the 3-roller fans out there. The engineering on the transformation is fantastic, and the truck mode? Oh, so good, especially with the trailer and those blast effects. Is nostalgia a huge reason for the placement here? Yeah, probably, but it's my list, so get out of here. To me, he is the pinnacle of a smaller commander where the budget just goes into making him look and feel like a dream come true from a fairy godmother princess type thing. A nearly perfect figure, but I think he does get slightly edged out by another. Legacy Evolution Armada Optimus is, to me, the perfect commander. He has it all. Cartoon accurate? Check. Amazing detail? Check. Great articulation? Check. Heft and size? Check. Play features? Check. Fantastic engineering and a fun transformation? Check, check, check. Compatibility with future figures? Yeah, it's there. I adore everything about this guy. The super mode looks and feels perfect. And it somehow even looks better than third party? How'd they pull that off? And the little Optimus that his chest can break off to looks so goading swell with the rest of the Armada cast. And I really enjoy this transformation into a nice cartoon accurate truck. I know some people miss those original Armada gimmicks that this guy is lacking, but to that I say, that's not really the point of this guy. He's meant to be a modern update of the anime design, and he just does that perfectly. He has the optimal balance of size and good engineering, and just wait, he feels so good to handle. Did I say that already? And in my opinion, really hasn't been topped by another commander yet. He's just the epitome of what a commander class should be. That's the list. If you didn't like it, you can leave a comment calling me a charlatan, bug, insect, Spider Monkey, Fool, Timothy Rice. This thing here, exclusive videos on it and the free tier. You can vote for who you want me to review. And we got a Discord too. Let's go over to the wall. Is that a good transition? To the wall. This guy says beans, question mark. Why the are you asking that? What are you talking about? Halfway Decent Production says Pim the goat for real. No, he's not. Pim's an absolute scumbag and he's never going to be a video again. I hate that guy. And of course, a big shout out to our one and only patron, Time Traveling Toy Collector.